send this message to the universe. Take a deep inhale one more time, and with exhale, we are coming back and open our eyes. Okay. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see that we have a very big group today, and it means that energy is very strong. And miracles will happen. So I hope you have your beautiful intentions granted. And today we are going to work with mandala. Mandala is representing energy contained in a perfect shape. So today we are going to represent our consciousness in a perfect shape and see how everybody is connected, how everybody is present and affecting each other. So the topic is about consciousness, but you may, if you have something more important for you, something that want to focus this energy in one area of your life, like relationships or your business or your health, you can define this topic and work with this. But when we're working with the consciousness in general, every aspect of your life will be affected, and you will see how it's done just in a second. And I switch my camera and we'll just start drawing, because too many words, it's hard to explain what and easier to draw. Okay, so I'm going to use the square paper. You can use the rectangular. There is no need to change anything. The rectangular will just show you that you have more space for the beautiful energy of the source. So don't worry about not having A4, the square paper. Okay, so before we start, we are going to need the compass. Any compass, I have different ones. I use the one with black pen because my camera has a challenge to focus. So I want it to be easier for camera to see lines. You can use just with a pencil, or you can draw your lines by hand. You don't need any instruments to create a beautiful mandala. It actually will give you more diagnostics and more interesting sensations about drawing your mandala by hand. So today we are going to draw 7 layers mandala. Again, I want to repeat that this work is based on teaching by Pavel Piskarev, based on Pyramid of Consciousness that he created about over 20 years ago and still teaching it actively. This is a part of the basic user course, the Pyramid of Consciousness. Today, I invite you to look at it differently, to look at it as a mandala, how we can present our consciousness as a mandala. Okay, so I adjust, I take the biggest circle, draw the biggest circle on my paper, and I invite you to do the same. And we are going to need 7 layers. Wait. Let's me try. And I just adjust the length of my compass. There should not be like perfect alignment. You can create a different thickness of each layer. So don't worry about being not perfect. It's actually will give you more organic look. And I see that this is, okay, I'll just connect it. You see, this is already not so perfect and it's working it will work for me because it's Neurographica. Neurographica, not about perfection. It's about organic look. It's about nature. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 6. And a small circle inside. Let me double check my plan. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 7. And so this is the outline for the mandala. Now, what this mandala representing? It's representing the consciousness, and based on Pavel's teaching and his teachings based on Carl Jung, Freud, like that, how consciousness has different layers. And those layers are supporting us, but at the same time, they are preventing us from receiving energy from outside, from the source. How we can connect to the source and still be receiving the support from different layers of our consciousness. In the middle, the small circle in the middle, representing our reactions to the world. This is how we recognize what is going on around us and our experience about reality. How do I feel? Do I feel warm? Do I feel comfortable? Is it loud? Is it quiet for me? Am I relaxed or stressed right now? So all these my reactions are presented in this small circle. This is my life. This is how I operate at the present moment. It's very hard for us to be at the present moment. We are trying to escape in our past memories. We are trying to be far away in our future. The present moment is the most precious one. The present moment has the most power, but we are such a haste to escape it, because this is where we take action, this is where we take responsibility. So I just invite you to explore your present moment. And the whole topic today will be, the whole goal for today will be to make this present moment more effective, more solid, more beautiful, more powerful. How I can be functioning at the present moment at my best. How I have enough resources, how I have enough strength, enough energy to be stronger on my level. So this is everything that I'm aware about my surroundings, about people around me, about my reactions to situations. So how we can pay attention, how we can be present. This is the power of now. And our reactions can be affected by external situations or by our internal information that we receive on, like flashbacks, deja vus. We may have such information coming, emotions coming from somewhere that we are not aware of or don't know the original how it's happened, where did it come from. So just explore this power of now, because the whole goal will to bring more energy, to make this moment stronger, and for us to be more grounded in the present moment. So next level is, Pavel calls it operative. In computer world, it's called RAM, random accessed memory. It's something that we can, the memories, the information that we can access very fast. And I start just use the neural line to activate this level. I can, what do you remember? What kind of information is coming to you right away? Is it your name? It's address, faces, multiplication, how to read, maybe some specific people that you're thinking all the time. This is some information stored in this memory that we can access very fast. And you can draw some circles to represent those memories, those information. It's not necessarily long-term memories. It's a very fast exchange. We don't have to think long to remember our address or phone number. We don't need to concentrate so much attention to remember about the names of our parents or about names of our children. So something simple, something very on surface, this that we use all the time. So just bring and connect. You can add some lines to it. You can add some circles that representing such information and see how much you remember, how much information you exchanging. What is important for you to remember quickly? Maybe the road to your work, the road to your grocery store, something simple usually. It can be complex as well, but it's we use this information constantly. So we are in circles representing this energy, this information, because this is part of our consciousness. This is how we spending energy. And at the same time, it gives us energy as well. It makes us more effective. The fact that we exchanging constantly this energy, as fast, if you exchanging very fast, you are very efficient. Many people consider them have a good memory if we have so much information that we can access it very fast. If you have challenging accessing this information or cannot have ability to hold it, there could be some challenges with memories. Memory loss, short memory loss. So with age, we have more challenging. So if you want, you can just draw and explore it. Draw some neural lines to activate this. Activate this exchange with information with your consciousness. See how it may activate your short memory. Is there anything that it can support it? And I start rounding because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves. We are going deeper and deeper with every level. And we want it to be more harmonious and gentle journey. So, but I want it to be solid. I want it to be unlocked and powerful. I want it to be present. Me present and me operate on the high level, the best level I can operate on. There is some debates how much is the percentage for you to use this operative memory. Well, some say that it's about 5 to 7% of the whole consciousness, but it's very hard to measure. Some challenging task may be activating different layers of the memory. So there is no concrete or well-defined boundaries between this and everything that we are going deeper. So this energy holding some potential, it's like almost like a filter for us. What do we want to remember? What we need to remember? But if we are going deeper on a different level, this is related to everything that we remember. Our memory, our mind has a unique quality. It does not forget. It's everything that we experienced, witnessed, seen, somehow stored in our consciousness. We don't remember it, but it still be some energy of it, of these experiences can be suppressed in our subconsciousness. From the operative level, this is our conscious decisions, conscious access to the memories. Everything that we go deeper will be unfolding our subconsciousness. And the next level is everything that we remember, our mind is remembering, our consciousness is remembering about our present current life. And everything that happened to you as a child, everything that happened to you as a fetus in mama's uterus, like this, we have more and more confirmation. There are different methods to access such memories. Stefan Grof has dedicated his life to access such memories, and there are many books about it, about metrics of birth. You can read more, but the goal, the point is that everything that happened to you in your life from the moment of when you were conceived is stored in this layer. And it could be positive, and it could be, of course, negative. Our mind is always sorting out all these positive and negative things. And positive experiences, like translucent, they process energy and very beautifully and gently. The negative, when your physical body is intense, when it's stressed, when it's tried to defend itself, experiences and information, energy is suppressed. Energy is solid. It does not process and let go the light from the outside, from the different layers. So we are trying to bring some memories that we want to work with, good and challenging at the same time. So we can bring some things that happened to you, something that you may remember, something that you don't remember, but had some stories about it. Maybe it's a birth trauma, maybe it's something, some losses, some joyful experiences at the same time through your life. So this is what we are working very hard to heal, this layer, like all this layer, current life experiences, big and small. There are some calculations and estimations that human being experienced about 40,000 different events during the day, different situations that they feel, notice, process during the day. And if you multiply by 365 a year and by the how many years you're living, it's enormous amount. It's so much that we cannot even imagine how it's huge, how this memory is experiences stored and processed. Many of them are not processed. Some of them are very painful and challenging. We still carry on it in our subconsciousness, some childhood experiences, and we want them to be embraced because they still have so much energy. They have so much potential to motivate us to move forward, to bring the energy to me at the present moment. I want to have my challenging experiences and, of course, joyful experiences from the past to support me to be better, to be more effective, efficient in my present moment. So I bring more memories as I remember them, or the stories about my childhood experiences. And some of them are funny, some of them are very scary, some of them very unusual, mystical can be even experiences. And I just bring them. You can name them, you can just allow yourself to see how many of them you just add those circles as a representation of those present, current life experiences, something big or small. Like one of the funny experiences I had as a child, that I fell off the window from the 3rd floor. The funny thing for me, it wasn't funny for my parents for sure. So I had some interesting experiences as a child. Thank God none of my children fell off the window. And just see what kind of memories you have about your any moments in your life. It could be not just childhood, it could be adult, maybe memories of you having a child, maybe memories of finishing school. What kind of memories give you energy, and which memories take energy and take time to process. So you can explore, connect, add more neural lines, and just keep breathing. Observe how's your body, what the body is experiencing. Some of these memories may have very strong sensations in your body. Is your body become stressed again, or it's getting relaxed? If it's stressed, if you have a strong resistance against something, you are welcome to do small catharsis inside of this memory, and do all the same steps as we do in rounding, stretching, catharsis, and process it. I'm not going to do the catharsis on my mandala, because right now my goal is not to solve everything. My goal is to see that everything is connected. And of course, on this level, we have meeting different people in our life. Many, some of them are good people, some of them are very challenging people. I cannot say that they are bad, but they can be, their teachings to us are challenging. They are bringing a lot of stress and push our boundaries, and it's okay. We still have this energy. We still have the right to receive and access the energy we invested in those people. If we just say, like, I want to forget it, you want to throw away such a huge source of energy, source of consciousness, and we don't have even such options. So let's reconnect, let's embrace it and process, transform it in a positive way, in a gentle way. That mandala is harmonizing this energies, harmonizing this experiences. So draw these circles representing your memories. Different experiences. Maybe you don't know some of it, but you feel that the circle needs to be there. It's okay. Just draw it and see how you feel. Your body, your consciousness, we are going deeper and deeper. Your consciousness knows it. Even if you cannot name it, you cannot label it, it still be encoded in your subconsciousness. So allow it to be seen, allow it to be transformed and accessed. We are accessing this beautiful energy source. And it's getting deeper and deeper. I'm surprised to see how solid is my mandala become. So next level, we still be on individual level. So we worked on the present moment, we worked with the operative memory, we worked with the current life, but there are many confirmations and different methods to access the memories of past lives as well. And I don't want to force you to believe in it, but see how we can access and the fact or the just idea that there are other lives, there are different opportunities for our soul to be experiencing life in different forms. And those experiences could be remembered through the past life regression, hypnosis practice, or some flashbacks, some when you're in a deep meditation, you may have some experiences, you may have some dreams about such situations where there is no way you could experience it in present life, but at the same time, it has such a strong effect on you. So just accept this as a, yes, there was some other experiences. I may have access to it or not, but they have energy for me. They have information for me. There is, of course, some positive and negative experiences in your different lives. And we just allow yourself to see. You don't have to draw too many of them, but see how they bring energy, how they growing, expanding your consciousness. How I can even accept the idea that there was some other lives, other experiences for my soul. And I just bring them and draw these beautiful circles. They can be small or big, that I can be different. I already experienced different situations, different, maybe even different genders, different roles in my life. And we are connecting, we are bringing this energy. I'm not a big fan, go and let's work on our past life issues. We have so much to process in our current life, and current life is usually representing everything that we did not work through the past lives. And it's usually enough to work with. So I don't invite you go and really bring your past life issues when you still have so much unresolved from the current life. But be aware that there still be something from the past affecting you, that it's have resources and challenges at the same time. I'm having shivers. Okay, just keep breathing and just allow yourself to be with this. Can the circles overlap each other? Yes, they can overlap. They can start growing. You may start drawing something small, and suddenly you feel like, no, this wants to be bigger, and you allow it to be expanding. They can overlap and even overlap with the different layers at the same time. And if you have something that is really growing, this is most likely affecting your current life as well. Some experiences from long time ago, there is a different theories about past lives, and some of this theories that everything happened at the same time, so that there is no such thing like time. But we are not going to such crazy ideas. I think our idea is crazy enough to have fun with. So, but see what you are open. We expanding our consciousness. We expanding our awareness. That so many resources and information, energy available for us. Because every experience brings the energy, it brings some teachings to us, some understanding about ourselves, understanding about the universe, about our role in the universe. So access it, accept it. It's a gift. It's a blessing. And we're just connecting to this different source of energies. Okay. You may connect with lines, explore them, and see how they become more alive. Your consciousness is growing. Your consciousness is expanding. I personally did some meditations and practices about past life regressions, and even I believe in it, I still feel like some of these topics are decorations are different, but issues are the same, and you can keep working on the present current life to help you. Do you extend the neural lines from the previous levels, or are they independent on each level? I extend them, I continue them. Everything is connected. I'm just exploring each level individually, but I'm connecting each level. They have this beautiful opportunity to reconnect and to feel as a continuation, that we don't have to say like, okay, the past life was done, I resolved everything. We still have this access. The neural line help because it's an organic line. It helps us to go gently and access those resources. It's the consciousness does not allow us easily to access memories, deep memories, because it doesn't want to change. And the neural line, because it has such a natural effect, it's almost like a root growing into your subconsciousness to access deeper soils, access deeper wisdom that we can process. I have tons on each ring, so packed in, almost losing the circle lines I started with. It feels overwhelming. Is this bad? So first of all, take a deep inhale and exhale. And you don't rush through things. There will be recording, and you take your time to process what is unfolding for you. Keep rounding every layer and gently for yourself. Like, we are not trying to solve everything in one drawing. This is a huge topic, really huge topic. So just go slow down a little bit and start rounding. Don't try. If you need some more time to stay with one layer, it's perfectly fine with me, and it's you don't have to finish your drawing in this 2 hours class. Does each layer of circle have to attach to the other layer of circle? Not necessary, no. See if there is any, they can overlap, they can be separated, they can be connected through lines, everything still be connected. Mine, I prefer to draw as big as the space allows me, but you don't have to connect all the circles. And it can be different sensations. It could be different interpretation for you. For me, the outside layers gives me support and push me forward. Like they really bring some encouragement. And at the same time, it makes me solid. It makes me very strong. Can one narrow line go from one circle to another layer that is not attached together? Yes. We later, when we are exploring every layer, we will draw the narrow lines that just go from one layer to another, and it will be connecting all layers together. And we will bring field lines that connecting this in one beautiful system. Thank you very much for your important questions. Very important. Okay, so this is the personal level. So we already covered our current, present moment, our operative memories, our current life, and all past life experiences in one solid mandala. But not only our individual experiences affecting, the collective memories are affecting us as well. The collective experiences can be joyful or challenging, and we can experience the same challenge as a community. So the next, wait, we have some questions. Okay. Every lifetime that we've ever lived also comes with skill, said that, yes, that we've mastered. Just because the lifetime is complete doesn't mean that we've lost the skills. Those memories of mastery are still available to us now. There may be something that we already know that can be brought forward now. Very good point. Thank you very much, Kathy. We accessing gifts as well. Of course, there are some challenges. Of course, there are some bad experiences, but skills, gifts, energy resources, some understanding, wisdom of those experiences. We already processed and accepted some teachings, some skills, like if some things that you can do, you learned it in past, you mastered it in past, and this is what we are accessing. This is what we are bringing forward to make our present moment more effective. Maybe you are good at drawing because you are an artist in the past life. You don't have to learn it from the beginning. It's just much easier for you to remember. Or maybe you do singing because you did it in the past life, and it's natural and organic to you because you master it. You spend it, maybe you dedicated your life to do it in a long time ago. So these memories and these skills we are accessing through this mandala. Thank you for naming and pointing it. Okay, we have one more comment. What is the most inner circle? Second circle is the operative circle, right? The inner circle is the power of now. This is the actual level. How I am reacting to the world around me right now. What do I experience? What is my sensations? What is my body reactions to the how do I respond to the world. I really love the quality of focus I'm experiencing when I'm going through this process, no matter if I do it according to the rules or not, as the rules are not totally clear to me. Trust the process. If there is some misunderstanding, if there is some misinterpretation, your nature, your consciousness is guiding you through the process. And this is just trust it. Trust yourself more than any teachings. And because I believe that it's encoded in ourselves and we are just going through this. Okay, so this was all about individual experiences. Now we are going to the collective level, and collective level has two levels. Collective memories, collective consciousness has two levels. The first level is egregores. Like all these entities, energetic, informational entities that are artificially created by people. We are like right now, we have a big group of people and we are creating energetic field that everybody can access it. The egregores could be created by families, by traditions, by organizations, by cultures, by some groups of people that are thinking about the same topic, and we belonging to many egregores at the same time. I belong to my family, I belong to the Russian culture, I belong to the US culture, I belong to the Neurographica community, I belong to the egregor of my business, egregor of my students, I belong to the egregor of fans of the Beatles, many things that when people get together or think about the same topic at the same time, creating this energy. I belong to the egregor of Reiki masters or the healers or wood carvers. So I have many sources of big groups that I can have access to. They share these emotions about the same topic. They share information, energy. Egregore. It's as if I pronounce it right, it's an egregore. It's a energetic informational entity. And egregore exists only where there are people. Without people, there will be no such entities. There is no confirmation that that animals can create it. This is the gift and challenge of the people. And egregores can be positive and negative at the same time. There is huge egregore created around COVID-19. Many people investing their fears and emotions and grief around this topic, and we all belong to it. And of course, it has some negative effects to everyone. It's like creating the field of energy that can be giving energy or taking energy from us. So we accept this, the gift of the egregores, and we accept the challenges. They always coming together. Some cultures can be rich, interesting, very powerful, give beautiful wisdom, but at the same time, they may have such a challenging experiences from the past, like wars or some painful experiences for nation as a national cultural, and we access all of them. We cannot just say like, okay, if I belong to the egregore of Jewish culture or Jewish people. I can just accept the wisdom and sources. No, you take everything with it. You take some challenges related to the Holocaust, or take this mm, Genesis about it, and everything is coming together. There is always positive and negative sides of it, and we accept and process it. How I can not trying to avoid challenge, but I can use it in my motivation to move forward. Is your family an egregore? Yes, it's a very strong one. It's a very big one. Yes. Family is an egregore. Cultures, corporations can be important aspect as well. Community. Egregores can be big and small. Anywhere that like 2-3 people get together, if they think about the same topic, it could be created already some entity. It will be gentle, small one, but it starts building up. When we just started teaching Neurographica, the egregore was very small. We almost did it for ourselves to entertain each other or process our own things, and it's growing and it's getting bigger, and it's more power, more energy, more resources. And hopefully this is the egregore that gives energy then takes. So we creating religion creates a huge egregore. So this could be a very powerful source of support. And we're using it. And when you're connecting to it. When you're rounding corners, you are transforming the all negativity in a positive form. You are creating this transformation, harmonizing all this challenging aspects of it. And of course, it's hard to, we are not trying to say like, okay, you're just around a couple lines and the challenges of wars and death will be solved. No, but it's your perception, how I can have this access gently to me, how I able to see the wisdom in all these challenges that other people experienced. So we are accessing all this energy, gifts, and just bring this energy to you, expanding. We are going deeper and deeper, and how this consciousness is expanding. Next level, we still be on the level of collective consciousness, and we are accessing the level of mythology. There are different myths, and the mythology creates roles, some archetypes of social ideas, of some energetic ideas. There are different systems that you can identify. You can identify yourself with the mythology of Greek or Roman culture. You can identify yourself with different roles of tarot cards, archetypes. You can, every culture has their own archetypes, but if you look through different cultures, those archetypes are very similar. There is always there is the archetype of hero. There is always archetype of a Mother Earth, or the big mother that supporting and holding everybody. It could be archetype of a leader or ruler or wisdom person, and you can see which archetype you belong to, Or maybe there are some archetypes that you want to develop, that you want to grow this quality in yourself. There could be some archetypes related to the Western culture or maybe to the Eastern cultures. Maybe there is archetypes of animals that you want to integrate the qualities, some powers inside of you. We have, so it's in every culture there are different archetypes, but they delivering the same message. They are creating rules, social rules, how people live, how they interact, how they experience things. And it's from ancient time. It's not just Carl Jung developed those archetypes. They were imprinted in our folk tales from our different stories, from different religions. So just add as many archetypes as you want to experience. That, like, if you all your life you're fighting and trying to be a hero and do something, maybe it's time for you to move on and become a leader and become a ruler or become a teacher. Maybe it's time to go step in a different role and expand your consciousness to learn and develop different qualities. So see which kind of archetypes you want. Like maybe you want to have an archetype of a mother, or or maybe you want to attract the energy of the Mother Earth that supports you. There are beautiful archetypes in astrology, different planets representing different archetypes and different energies. You can use them if this is something that makes more sense to you. And connect them, connect yourself with them, bring more neural lines through this collective energies. Like you see that every time we're going outside, energy become bigger and bigger, resources and become more powerful. You don't have to feel the whole circle or the whole space. Of course, the middle will be more intense because everything that is touching ourselves, the present moment is always dear to us. As we go on a bigger scale, it's a bigger entities, bigger energies, but they have more room to breathe and more energies to process. And connections allow to draw neural lines to connect these resources, to connect to the different powers and layers. I feel like I'm reaching Mother Earth with big circles. Yes, Mother Earth, Sun, like if you, Father Sky, if you are reaching out to the Mother Earth, balance it. What will be the opposite? Or bring the heavens, bring the Father Sky to yourself. Maybe you want to use some shamanic archetypes. Maybe you want to use religion archetypes like Mother Mary or Virgin Mary, or maybe some energy of the Christ. It doesn't matter how you name it. It's just a bigger role that we associate with different qualities. What kind of qualities you want to connect and embrace in your in your awareness, in your life. It could be some angels, it could be some helpers, it could be some mystical creatures if they created in mythology. they usually have so much energy because many people are thinking about them. People invested their energy, they invested their emotions in it, so we can access it. And of course, they can be challenging. They can be have some positive and negative sides, but we still access the energy. We access and transform the negativity in a harmonious way. Okay. And we are going to the next level. So we already worked with our individual levels. We worked with the collective energies. And we are going to the level of nature. When people are not so important, that there is a different division, the different energies. And this level is named elements. There are different elements that exist in the universe. This is a first division of the source, the first division of the oneness in elements. And in Neurographica, traditionally, we use 5 elements system: the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. There are different systems, but if you don't feel that you attuned to these 5 elements, maybe you want to bring a different elements to yours. I'm open to it. What makes you supporting? Maybe you want to do a different attunement to different elements, but this is the most important. This is a first division of wholeness in different energies. So I'm used the 5 elements as wood or wind, fire, earth. It's a Chinese philosophy about 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the water. Where is this water belongs to? And they are huge. Everything is created out of those 5 elements. This is a huge resource. And those elements presented inside of our body, by the fact that we are born, and our body is, some of us more attuned to fire, to the heat, to the sun. Some of us more attuned to water, and maybe don't feel very comfortable when it's sunny and when it's hot. So this is already encoded in our constitution, in our physical body. And to be harmonious, to be open and expand our consciousness, we embrace and develop our connections to all of these elements. Trees, volcanoes. Volcano can be fire. Yeah, volcano is just a representation of the element. This is the bigger element would be fire and earth together. Volcano is when the earth is open up and the fire comes to the surface. So bring those elements. Which elements you may feel more connected, more attuned, is easier to process, which are more challenging. Embrace both of them. Use the energy of all of them. And connect. So this last 7th layer is representing the elements. And some of those elements can be bigger, some of them could be smaller for you. And just connect. And everything that beyond this elements level, representing oneness, representing wholeness, drive, absolute, totality. It's you can call it God, you can call it consciousness or divine consciousness, the source of the creation, everything that beyond this mandala is pure love, the pure energy that can come to you. So you, with your consciousness, with different layers, is still be part of a bigger creation, and your energy level is defined by how easy, how naturally you can access the source of energy outside, like how you can access the energy of the absolute, of the drive. And we can extend more neural lines to connect ourselves with the drive. We connect ourselves to the absolute, to the totality, to the love, to the creation, and be the part of the creation. This mandala is not separated. I decided to use the 7 elements of the chakras. Perfect. Do it. If you feel that this resonates more with you, there is no need to force anything else. Traditionally, in Neurographica and the way that Pavel is teaching, he identify 5 elements. So that's why I represent it to you. But if you feel that something else wants to be, perfect. There is a you have the right to draw your own reality, to draw your own way to connect to the absolute. And I bring more neural lines to connect to the outside world, to the absolute, to the... And if you just imagine that another person next to you is exactly the same mandala, and every time they approach to you or just passing by, you are connecting to them on some of these levels. You can connect to other people on the level of your personal experiences. You can connect to them on the level of past lives. You can connect to them on the level of collective memories like egregores, or maybe just on the level of different archetypes, different mythology, or maybe on the level of elements that you share with them the same qualities, the same character, the same special body structure. And we all connected on some of the levels. This is actually a beautiful representation of, if you're familiar with the idea of Ho'oponopono, that when you start, if you want to help somebody to heal something, you work with yourself, because we all connected on some of these levels. We're all affecting each other. And if we crossing each other path, we have something in common. We have something in familiar to. And working with my part of this bargain, I can help you to be happier and stronger at the same time as I'm helping myself. So this is quite a big philosophical topic. You can see, first of all, which levels, which source of energy gives you support, bring more connections to different communities, to different archetypes, to different energetic resources, and connect and extend your awareness to the source, that we still be surrounded by love, by acceptance, by the totality. This is available for us, and depending how comfortable we are with accepting this, how to process these blockages, how to transform these negative experiences in harmony, we will have more and more opportunities to bring the energy of absolute inside. So you at the present moment will be more effective, will be more dynamic, more joyful, happier, healthier. That we are not, that we don't have to avoid negative experiences. We just need to know how to transform them, how to process them, that the emotions and sensations are not stagnated, not suppressed, that we still be able to be happier, even when there are so much challenges around us. If we take every challenge as an opportunity to grow, as an opportunity to learn, to be stronger, to expand our awareness, expand our consciousness, instead of trying to defend ourselves and be in denial. Okay, you can color each layer differently. After we finish all this million corners to round, you can color each level differently. You can create the layers of chakras like a rainbow, or you can create exchange of the energy, move the energy from the inside out or from the outside in. You can see the way you want your mandala look like. It's your consciousness. What is your perception of your consciousness? What do you see in your drawing? Do you have enough resources to move forward? Is it motivates you to be connected and expand your consciousness by learning new cultures, by learning, new languages, belong to new communities, or maybe expand your consciousness by stepping in a different role? You have many opportunities to grow. And be more solid, more interesting, more complex, and at the same time, more beautiful, more colorful. So this is interesting.
We have a question. Does each circle have to have a neural line going through it?
Not necessary. Like, we try to connect everything, but circles can be just overlapping and connecting to each other through the overlap. Neural lines helps you to unlock the potential of the energy of this resource, of this circle. It's unfolding the energetic level from the inside, because we may have many resources around us, but we don't know how to access them. We don't know how to use their potential, how to say, like, I own this resource, I use it. It's not just in my awareness. It belongs to me. So, and connect through the neural lines to the resource. I hope I answered your question, Shirley.
Yes, and if you have any more questions about neural lines, you are welcome to join our classes. We have courses and classes for Neurographica for beginner level, basic level that starts next month in June, and then for the specialist level and more advanced classes. So if you want to learn more about neural lines and how to use them to unlock and use your resources, you're welcome to our classes. We have many students, past students here. Also, if you can type 1 if you are from our students, please, in the chat box. Thank you.
Oh, yes. I love all those ones. Thank you very much for coming back. It's, we're very happy to see that you're coming back to us. Will you be offering the basic course later in the year? Is it a regular offering?
Next one is in August. And after that, we don't have a schedule, but we will be offering them, yes. There is a calendar on our website and on our Facebook group. We also post, so I will drop the links in the chat box for you.
And there was somebody asking for the link for the YouTube channel as well. We have the whole course about mandalas. If you're interested, you'll still be able to access the recordings. But basic user course and specialist course, it's a regular thing that we are teaching quite often. Many details, many extra materials that we are sharing with our students. And I'm wondering, do we have anybody who took the basic course somewhere else with other instructors? Can you type 2? I'm just so interesting how many of you with us today. Okay, welcome, welcome. Good, very happy, like welcome, and we happy that there are so many instructors now in the teaching Neurographic in different languages. It's really growing fast. And another question that I have: how many of you who signed up for the instructor course in English language, in English, like the very first one? Can you type the number 3? Good. Good. Many. I have 1, 2, 4, 5 people. Good. It will be a beautiful addition to the instructor world. I wish you good luck and gentle transformation, because it will not leave you untouched. You will be a different person after the course. Facebook group. Yes, we're sharing the Facebook group. You just finished this week. Good. In Germany. Good. Yeah, Germany has a beautiful community, Neurographic community. If you have any questions, if you want to share your experiences, please do so. My theoretical topic is done. I'm trying to round all this million lines that I created, and there will be some coloring just in a moment. And we will have a very important moment when we are need to bring field lines to connect ourselves, even to create the stronger connections to the source, to connect ourselves to the absolute, to the drive, to this beautiful energy of creation. But make sure that you allow yourself to round. You don't, if you feel that later, maybe today, tomorrow, or in a week, you understand like, oh, I belong to another egregore. I want to explore this different archetype. Please don't hesitate to add those elements to your drawing. You always can just add some lines, add some roundings, conjoinings, and really integrate those elements to your consciousness. That there is no conflict. You can adding elements at any time. Allow your consciousness to grow. And you may be surprised that even after some time, when you look at your mandala, or when you deciding just to touch it, add some colors or add some lines to it, the whole energetic level will be activated again. This will be creating a beautiful connection to this energetic elements, energetic sources, to your resources, to your potential. And it's very, we are connected to each other, but at the same time, we are very unique. We are very beautiful in our uniqueness. Do you draw circles outside the mandala, or is there no units outside the mandala? Outside the mandala, there is a source. There is a beautiful energy of love. There is no personality beyond, like in this love, your ego is dissolving. There is no separation. Everything is connected. So there will be just beautiful energies. You can draw elements outside of the mandala as a representation of different people, as they are different mandalas. And you may connect to them. But I'm not aware of any other elements in the source. Maybe there are some, maybe there are different layers that we are not aware of yet. See if there is some desire to add, you can do it, Sheila. There is no, I'm not going to stop you. If you feel that something belongs there, something is available for you there. But this is an opportunity to connect to the energy that has no boundary, there has no ego. There's just an energy, just a pure light, love. You can call it any. There are different names. Choose the one that you feel comfortable with. Why did you outline the inner level circles and not the outside collective levels? I outlined some of them. Some of them I did not outline because I just did not have enough time. Like this mandala will take me, I don't know, a couple more hours to process, and maybe more lines, more roundings added. But there is no, for me, there is no difference between the personal or collective levels. That everything is just growing, that everything is like ripples on the water. There is no really difference. And if it's presented on my drawing, it's just because I did not have enough time to round everything. And maybe I will round it a little bit later, and I want to start coloring. Again, you can use the rainbow colors to highlight the different levels, or you may create your own set of colors. Which colors are representing which level? Is each line you try to link to a thought? Not necessary. At some point, my thoughts are gone, and I just trust the process and pay more attention what kind of emotions are activated. Is there any sensations in my body? Because when I try to remember the topic, or when I try very hard to remember the my intention, I'm kind of stuck in the story. And I want to let go the story. I want to let go this limiting beliefs and be open to something new. Insights coming when my mind is very quiet. And they so organic and beautiful and simple that only a quiet mind can accept it. Because the first reaction, wow, it's so simple. How it wasn't obvious for me before. I dozed a bit in the middle, it processing it. Yes, it could be. It could be. So just allow some time to come back. Pay attention to your body sensations. How's this? I would more focused on the body, on emotions, than on my thoughts. My thoughts can come and go. Sometimes I follow them. Sometimes I'm just allow them to be changed. Do you meditate on the finished or partially finished mandala to enable the processing? Very good question, Glinda. Some of my mandalas, especially when we do the mandala of ancestors, I highly recommend, and we do short meditation in our class, step in the center of your mandala. Visualize how you accessing and accepting on the energy, and see what you need to do. What is the first movement you want to do? Feel the support. I don't do it with every mandala, but with some of them, like it feels as an important step. And you can do it with this one, that you are the center of your consciousness, and we are creating our own universe. I am reflecting the whole universe. I am reflecting of different communities I belong, of different lives I lived, different elements that are around in my nature. So I am the universe. And the source supporting and holding me. It's a very good point.
The whole Neurographica is similar to meditation process. Every time you draw Neurographica and you go through the steps, it's sort of meditation. Very close.
I call it a visual prayer for me. And at the same time that we are not just escaping from the reality, we allow the emotions, we allow this strong, powerful sensations to be experienced. We pay attention to our body, to our emotions, to our thoughts, to meanings. What does it mean to me? What do I see? How I can see that I am complex, I am interesting, I am rich and very well supported. There's so much behind me, around me, that I have all opportunities to be effective in my present moment. It's so soothing and beautiful and peaceful. Good. Yes, it is. And something very simple. Again, how we never done it before. It feels so organic. I feel like it should be taught in a kindergarten or maybe in a preschool. I learned in the basic course that it is important not go to sleep before having finished the whole roundings. This is a there is some rule that we activating a lot of emotions in and the rounding is very important to process it, to harmonize before you go to sleep. This is especially critical when you activating the energy and past experiences in catharsis. This is actually, you take something challenging, something sometimes dramatic, sometimes painful experience from the past, and you need to transform it before you go to sleep. This is a rule for the basic user course. With the mandala and other elements, when we step gently and slowly in some processes without really activating drama in our past, without catharsis, there is no so much emotions involved. They are activating, unfolding for you, but there is no drama that you need to solve. So in perfect world, yes, you need to round all your lines and go to before you go to bed. If there is no such opportunity, because the drawing takes days to process or you just don't have enough time right now, I would say that with mandala, it's just energy is gentler and you can set it aside, come back to it as soon as possible, but don't feel bad if you cannot finish it right away. Different rules for algorithm of lifting inner constraints or algorithm of releasing limitations, as it's called now. Greetings to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Good, welcome. Is it so beautiful? Okay, it does. You're welcome. We are happy to share with you, because everything that I share with you, I make my consciousness more harmonized and more beautiful. We are connected to each other. Changing community, I'm changing myself. And opposite, I'm changing myself and it affects the community. So there is a beautiful exchange and effects. Your questions are changing me, my answers are changing you. So we helping each other in a beautiful way.
And please do share this video from YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. And please share it with your friends or in Facebook. Let's make as many people as possible draw the mandala and harmonize themselves and be aware of this wonderful method Neurographica, so that we live in a better world, everybody.
And when you do coloring, you have, you may choose, you can highlight some of these elements and just color circles and see how many of them, or you can just color the levels or combine. You can still color levels and highlight some of the circles. There is no limitation. The only rule in Neurographica is that when we color, we're connecting several elements, several segments together, that we are creating bigger movement, bigger energies. Ask yourself which color your source will look like, which color your personal levels will look like. You can highlight and color elements, different colors, or just creating this beautiful movement of energies, emotions. Okay. I believe it will take me maybe not even one day to finish this mandala.
And Anna, would you like to say, there is I literally just learned about this. I did a small practice drawing after watching this. I can see I need to learn a lot more before I make a mandala, and I need to stick to a smaller size as I learn how to take a basic course in the near future, Kent, in June. This has been a great class. Thank you very much from New Zealand. Thank you, Mariana. I just wanted to say that the moment you sign up for our classes, you will be able to watch a lot of materials and start learning right away. And then you have lifetime access to classes. So you can join any of the future classes as well. So you don't have to wait until you have free time. You can just join right away, start learning little by little. And when you're ready to complete the certification process, you will receive the certificate, which is backed up by the creator of Neurographica, Pavel Piskirov, because Anna and I are authorized instructors. And so, but we give you so much more than other instructors. We give you 4 reviews of your drawings, 4 supervisions, and hours and hours of additional materials, over 20 hours. Actually over 10 more additional courses that you can watch, which are 8 hours each, and tutorials, and a great Facebook community where you meet like-minded people and exchange ideas. There is a lot more to it. So the sooner you join, the sooner you can benefit from this. I highly recommend taking basic course. Yes, and it is really true to take the basic course. It's very valuable because those free classes don't give you the ideas behind it and how you can use them for yourself to solve and help you in any situation in life. So the basic user course is a must. Is that okay to do rounding after catharsis if I can't sleep well, or still need to finish rounding before sleep? About catharsis, we learn in the basic user course, and it is a separate algorithm. So we're not going to talk about this now because we're drawing mandalas. But if you have questions, you can send email or text us. It is incredible, Anna and Nat. are so generous with teaching and knowledge. Thank you. Also, high integrity with process. Thank you, Beth. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were with us.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, so the classes are via video. I can watch anytime. Yes, correct. So the classes are on Zoom. And after every class, we have recordings. So you can watch it at your convenience. And plus, you can see additional materials at your convenience. They're always open. We offer everything to you at the most convenient time, whenever you can. Thank you for the questions.
Yeah, we have already, 11 courses, basic user course, 11 courses, 8 hours each. So it's many hours you can watch, because every time the different group brings different questions, and there is a different energy, and you have this opportunity to attend the course as many times as you want. If you feel specific questions, if you feel that you just want to be around like-minded people, you're welcome to attend live classes as many times as you feel needed. We have people who are attending like 3-4 times in a row.
And who already have taken the basic user course can take the advanced algorithms with us. This month is the algorithm about neurosynthesis. And we learned about pyramid of Dilts already. Part of it was the base for this mandala. And next in June will be neurocontact, which is a beautiful algorithm for Zoom classes plus additional materials we're going to provide about how to create relationships, how to how to harmonize if you already have relationships, how to make them perfect and beautiful, and it doesn't matter if it's with your children, with your spouse, with your friends, even at work with your boss and colleagues. This is a wonderful class about you even harmonizing relationship, your own relationship with yourself, with the things around you, and
with money.
With money, yes. Thank you. So join us. This next one is going to be in June.
Okay, now my mandala looks like a mandala. Now it looks like it's colorful and energized. One more thing before we finish, I invite you to bring energy, to draw the field lines. It brings energy from the outside inside. So you will be more effective, more efficient, more happier, healthier, joyful, creative in the center, in the power of now. So to bring the field lines from the outside, breaking all these stories, breaking all this beliefs through the collective, through the personal experiences, and connecting yourself to the source. Usually we're bringing the energy from the inside out. So this is one unusual. We're bringing energy from the outside in to make ourselves more powerful, bring the empowerment to ourselves. As many field lines as you want, as you feel is needed for you to be more effective. And to harmonize this, Every time you draw the field line, after you finish, go ahead and round all these new corners the field lines created, just to make sure that the energy of this source guiding you gently without forcing you to change. There will be some change, but you will be attuned to it. You will be gently accept the change, embrace it, welcome the change and empowerment in your life in a harmonious way. Okay. And see at the end, after you finish the drawing, how's you feeling about being in the middle? How's you feeling to be at the present moment? Do you feel like you want to shine? Do you feel like you want to grow? Maybe your inner circle wants to be expanded. How's your sensations in your body, your emotions related to it? Just integrate it. Thank you, Ned, for all this information about our courses. We really have a lot to share. We have, and originally the intention was to, before we even created the Neurographic Academy, was to help the community, give them a powerful instrument. And there is only so much you can do online for free. It's a powerful instrument, and to use it appropriately, we need to give some theory behind it. We need to give some knowledge behind it. And everybody is welcome. Everybody is capable of doing it. And it's really magical, very powerful instrument that we can do on our own. The basic user course is independent and self-sufficient. You can just learn it and do it for the rest of your life, and it will be enough to transform your life in something powerful, in something important. But Neurographica is not just about basic user course. It has so much more to give, so much more to offer. And we are trying to deliver this in a very good quality way. Okay, so how is everyone doing? How is everyone feeling? Thank you so very much for such wonderful class. You're welcome. Thank you, Katie, for asking for the class. It was a little bit before that solar solstice, but I hope you enjoyed it. You are so lovely community. The whole Neurographica is great. I'm very happy that I discovered this method. I was, oh, come on. I was looking forward the whole day to this class. I hope we we satisfied your dreams. Yeah, Neurographica is a magical instrument, really beautiful and powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anna. Okay. Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure to be around like-minded people and helping to each other, witnessing each other process is very important. And I am big believer in power of the group. Whenever we do something, when we're holding the intention, we are creating such unstoppable force that the whole universe has no other options but align with it. So involving, yeah. Thank you very much. This was a wonderful group. Thank you for coming. So if you want, we have a couple minutes left, and thank you for the question. I believe it was at Glinda, or we will do a short meditation and step in our center in the power of now and see how we feel right now about our consciousness and about resources available for us. So I invite you to put your hands on the drawing. Just activate. My whole page is vibrating. My too. Close your eyes and just gently step in the middle. Step in your power of now. Step in your reality. You may take a deep inhale and exhale. Oh my, it's a powerful place. And just be there. Feel how much available for you. Feel the access to all those resources, to all the skills you mastered in your current life, in your past lives, all the wisdom from the community, from the collective memories, all this available precious gifts from different elements, and pure light and love around you of the absolute. Just experience it. Feel how it's available for you. Remember, it's always with you. You don't need anymore your drawing, or you don't need anymore anything else. You can step in at any time. And when you open your eyes, what do you see first? Where is your energy moving forward? Welcome back. I felt roots coming out of me into the earth. Good. Grounding. Beautiful. Grounding is a beautiful way to finish the drawing. It's lovely mandala, my favorite colors. Yes. Thank you so much. Learned a lot again. It's an incredible processing. There showed up emotions I didn't think of for. Yes, emotions unfolding, powers unfolding. Thank you so much for the class and for all the sharing. Thank you to the teachers and the community who came today. I really enjoyed the class. Good, 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 good. We are so happy to have so many of you. Neurographica is my the chat is running so fast.
Neurographica is my superpower, and Nana is helping me to understand it and use it to benefit myself and others. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. You're changing the entire world. Please, peace be with you all. Okay, you are changing the entire world too. Really appreciated the class. Yes, peace to whole mankind. Exactly. So again, the more you share this, the more you share with people this class, and the more they harmonize themselves, the more you share Neurographica, we are going to be living in a better world. So please do.
Okay, now I feel like we are all resourced to go in the season of eclipse. It's a powerful time for everyone, and I hope that we will have more and more communities growing in a beautiful way. And thank you very much for trusting us, going to so deep, facing many challenging emotions and experiences, and find power in this process. We'll see you I hope soon. We are not sure yet about June class because